Hello, everyone. This is Michael Allen, host of the iDateMedia podcast. This is going to be episode number one, our first episode of the iDateMedia podcast. In today's episode, we're going to talk about how to use social media to market your dating site and build up your profile base. So let's get into it. I want to thank everybody for listening. You're going to have a new dating site and you're not going to have any profiles. And that's a common question that I get often is how do you build your profile base? There's a lot of people that will tell you that, oh yeah, you can buy some dating profiles, but the reality is that you should not buy dating profiles for the simple reason that 99% of the time they're going to be fake. So if you can steer clear of buying dating profiles, then do so. Just imagine you're one of those dating profiles that gets sold 100 times over. You're probably going to stop responding to emails about dating sites. And essentially, your profiles are going to be fake. If real members come to your site, they're going to email fake profiles without responses, and that's going to piss off a lot of your members, and they're going to scream foul. They're going to talk smack about you on other forums, review sites, and you don't want to destroy your reputation that way. So do the right thing. Start from scratch. Every dating site that's successful started with nothing. So what you got to do is you have to enlist your friends and family and get out there and start creating some profiles. By having your friends and family create profiles, you're going to go from 0 to about 20 or 30 very quickly. And it's at that point where you need to kind of utilize social media. So what I'll discuss here is how to use some of the platforms like Twitter and LinkedIn. With Twitter, what you need to do is you need to create a Twitter account. You need to have it completely set up. Your tagline, your URL, get some tweets out there. Probably get about 20 or 30 tweets. Make sure you've got your images, your Twitter header image in there. And you want to make sure that it's set up exactly how you want it. The next step is go out and find similar dating site Twitter accounts. For example, if you're looking to compete with Farmers Only, you go out to Farmer Only's Twitter account, and on their Twitter account page, you will see their followers. If you're a farmer style dating site, you want to start following their followers. The average follow back is roughly 40%. It can be anywhere from 30 to 40%, which means the more people you follow, the more people will follow you back. The people that follow you back will see your tweets. That's free marketing. So don't just stop with one Twitter account. If you're, for example, a Christian dating site, you want to go out and look on Twitter for as many Christian dating sites on Twitter as you can find. And you want to start following their followers. What this will do is it will create exposure for your brand, and the people that follow you back will see. That's free marketing on Twitter. It won't cost you anything. When it comes to LinkedIn, it's a little bit different. So with LinkedIn, you have to create a company profile page. This is all free. So go to LinkedIn, make sure you got a LinkedIn account, and then create your company page. Just like Twitter, you want to make sure that the company page is set up 100%. You want to have your images, your text, your taglines. You also want to push some posts out there. And when you're pushing posts out to social media, you need to make it about what your market is. For example, if you're a Christian dating site, all the tweets and all the content that you push out should be Christian related. You don't want to be pushing out content that's not Christian related, because it can, if someone comes to your site and who's interested in a Christian dating site and sees stuff about Buddhists, they're not going to be interested in that. Well, they might be, but chances are they're not. So you want to get that company page created. And once you get that company page created, I should say, while you're creating that page, you want to go and start following people, adding connections that are related. So in the LinkedIn search box, you can search for Christians, and then you can click on the people tab, and it will show you all the profiles that are Christian related, which means they've got something Christian in their profile or content. So start making these connections. The idea here is that if you can get, say, 10, 15,000 connections, you can invite those connections to your new company page. So again, that's free marketing. So say you've connected with 1,000, 5,000 Christian related people on LinkedIn, and your company page is completely set up. There is a drop down under the admin tools called Invite Connections. And what that does is it allows you to see all of your connections and click a checkbox and invite all of those connections to that company page. That will increase the following for that page. And every time you push content to that page, all of your followers of that page will get a notification. Again, that's free marketing. So again, the idea is to have as many connections as you can and invite those connections to your LinkedIn page. Now, as of lately, there are some limits that LinkedIn is pushing out. You can only invite 100 connections per month. Once you invite 100, you can't invite any more until that month is over. So you are limited to 100 connections. But that's 100 free connections being exposed to your brand. It costs you nothing at all. So the same thing for Twitter. Twitter does have some limitations. The last time I checked, there were roughly 2,000 follows you can do per day. It's quite possible that those limits have been decreased. I haven't checked it as of lately, but last month I know that when I was doing this for one of my customers, that I got to about 1,000 before I was told that I could not do any more. So I think there's an algorithm there that does look and see how many tweets you've done, how long you've been on Twitter, and the connections, the Twitter accounts that you're following. So do play around with it. They're not going to ban you. You're just going to get a pop-up that says you can't do anymore. So with Twitter, just be careful. Don't follow too many. Just make sure you do it every single day. And stay on top of it. You cannot beat free marketing that way. And before you know it, you'll have 200-300 profiles. So the question that comes next is, at what point do I go from my brand new site that's in free mode to a paid dating site? If your objective is to run a free dating site, then you don't need to worry about this. Just keep your site free. Put in the marketing. If you're doing, advertisement within your site, you can run Google AdSense through your site so that you get paid when someone clicks on one of the links. That's a way to monetize your free dating site. And for those folks that are looking to run a paid dating site, there is a number that you want to look at. So the question again is, how many profiles do I need to go into a paid dating site mode? And that really depends on the market of your dating site. If you're a local market, for example, I live here in Oregon, and if you're looking to start an Oregon dating site, then your numbers are going to be a lot smaller than, say, an international dating site. If you're running an international dating site, you're going to need a lot of numbers in a lot of different places. But for this example, I'll use Oregon. Because you have more men than women joining dating sites, you need to make sure that balance is right. You want to always have more women joining the site because, like I said, you're going to have more men trying to join it. So if you're local to a city or state, you want to have that that 60-40 range, 60% women, 40% men. That's what you want to shoot for. And then the number that you're looking for before you go into that paid mode is going to be somewhere around the 3,000 mark. It's not going to take you that long if you do the social media marketing, the free aspects of it. Within a few months, you could get pretty close to the numbers that you want. Before you know it, with the social media, if you've got 300-400 profiles, you're really working towards that 1,000 mark, that 2,000, that 3,000 mark. And at that 3,000 mark, that's when you can say, okay, I've got 3,000 active members. I want to take it out of free mode and go right into paid mode. And at that point, you can change, within the iDateMedia dating software, you can flip it from free to paid, get your membership packages set up, and then you're good to go. You can also offer trials, but I don't recommend trials, and I'll talk about trials in another podcast. But once you're in paid mode, you want to make sure that your existing members are rewarded. You don't want to just flip that switch and now they've got to pay, whatever it is, $24 a month. You want to give them an incentive to stick around. So you got 3,000 members, maybe give them 2 or 3 months free. The chances of you getting payments out of these existing members who've been free are going to be very low. It's because they've been used to your site. Maybe they found someone. Maybe they've moved on. So it's going to be hard. So what you want to do is you want to create an incentive for them to stick around, and that's give them free access, whether it's 2 months, 3 months. I wouldn't do a few days because that's just sadly, it's kind of like a slap in the face. You're only going to give me 3 days and I've been here and I've helped you do this. No, you want to reward your founding members. So give them a few months. And if you want to set up an affiliate program and give them a little cash kickback, that's entirely up to you. There's lots of options when it comes. But to get back to the social media, you want to use Twitter, you want to use LinkedIn, and Facebook is going to be a lot harder. Facebook doesn't allow dating site advertisement anymore. They banned this a few years ago. They only allow, at last time I checked, they only allowed large-scale dating sites like Match, eHarmony, sites like that. So you're not going to be able to advertise on Facebook for your dating site. What you can do is create a Facebook page, and you can market that Facebook page. Facebook does allow you to market your page. You may get auto rejected in the beginning because they use bots for their approval process. But customers that I've talked to have tried this, have asked for a review, and the review is done by a human, and they can see that it's not like hardcore or adult related, and it's okay. So they will allow you to advertise to the Facebook community your page. They won't let you have an external link, but on your Facebook page, you can have that external link. Now, this was allowed 2 weeks ago, up until 2 weeks ago. I have not checked, so I don't want to say 100%, but I don't think they've changed that. The way you do that on Facebook is you create your Facebook page, and then you create your advertisement, and you promote the Facebook page. Another tactic with Facebook is that you can start following people like on LinkedIn, where you add your connections and you can invite them to your LinkedIn page. You can also do the same thing with Facebook. So you can find a lot of people on Facebook. Facebook is really good at offering you other people's profiles, but you can also search for things on Facebook. So you want to grow your Facebook accounts. I don't think the word is accounts, but your Facebook connections, your friends, if you will. And again, the more friends you have that are relevant to what you're doing, the more inclined they are to check out your stuff. For example, if you're a member of a Christian church group, and all of your friends are Christians that go to your church, or they're Christian related, you can invite them to that page. This is all free. So you can't beat this free aspect of social marketing. Now, is it going to happen overnight? It's not. And I tell every customer that creating a dating site is not going to make you a millionaire overnight. It's going to take work, and it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time to build up your profile base, and it's going to take some time to to expose and create the brand. So be in it for the long haul. I have customers that have been doing this for 15 years, and they're making 5 figures a month. I'm not saying it's going to take you 15 years to get to 5 figures a month, but I can tell you that if you put in the effort and put in the time and do it the right way, you can reap the rewards. The key thing is obviously don't enter a saturated market. You don't want to start a Christian dating site because there's tons of Christian dating sites. You want to create a niche market, or what I call a super niche. And that would be like a Christian dating site for people who drink wine or people who like wine. It's critical to be able to create those types of markets and promote that way. Like I said, creating a generic niche site like Christian dating, you're going to have a hard time marketing that. As for paid advertisement, you can use AdWords, but I will tell you right now, you're going to pay somewhere around $3 or $4 a click. Your conversion ratio from click to register is going to be extremely low. While you can target people who are looking for, say, a Christian dating site, chances of them creating a profile are going to be very slim when it comes to AdWords. I don't recommend it. There are other ways that are very affordable. There's a company out there called nicheadnetwork.com. It's a company I founded and my partner with a partner, and I sold my stake in the company a few years ago. But a man by the name of Michael Carter runs that site now, and it's still the same. So how it works is nicheadnetwork.com. It's mostly dating, probably 95% dating advertisement traffic. So the cost per click there is 50 cents. So you're going to pay 50 cents per click, and you're going to expose your brand to millions of visitors. That network has a lot of monthly visitors. I think somewhere around the 20 million impressions a month. So you can actually pick a niche. There's tons of niches over there, and hence the name Niche Ad Network. There's tons of dating niches that you can promote. Say you're a Christian dating site, you can promote your dating site in the Christian network. So how it works is you upload a banner, and then your banner will appear on all of these Christian related sites. Probably 80% of the sites within the Christian network would be dating related. So you're promoting your Christian dating site to others that are on a Christian dating site. And you might think that, well, why would someone click to mine? Well, the average life expectancy of a dating site user is roughly 3 months. Once they've been on there for a while, they've exhausted it, they're done, they just want to move on. So on average, 3 months and they're gone. They're going to leave the site. That's called exit traffic. So why not capture them to your site? If they're leaving, let them see something different. You're different. You have to be different. Make sure you're different. And your banner, make sure it's very creative, and they click it, they go to your site, boom, possible registration. That's a lot cheaper than using AdWords. Are there other avenues for paid marketing? Yes, but you're not going to get the kind of numbers you will with Niche Ad Network. Now it's an option. You don't have to do it. You can just, if you have a limited budget, you can work on all the social media aspects that I've talked about, and try to do it that way. Most customers will do that, and then once they get going, get that profile base built up, then they'll go out and look at paid advertisement. Having that 3,000 member profile base is a good start. You definitely don't want to do paid marketing on free sites unless you have a budget for it. You want to be in a paid site. Just that's revenue coming in. You want revenue coming in, not just going out. So check that out. Another option that's free is what they call the dating banner exchange. And a dating banner exchange is kind of what it sounds like. You're exchanging dating banners for other dating banners. So you can do a Google search for dating banner exchange sites, and you show a banner on your site, and for every 2 banners you show on your site, you get 1 banner shown on in their network. So if you show 10,000 impressions of someone's banner from their network, then you're going to get 5,000 impressions of your banner throughout the network. It's free. It's not going to cost you anything. Again, this has to do with exit traffic. What I said earlier is people have an issue with, well, why would I promote someone else's site? Well, because you're going to have exit traffic. These are people who are leaving your site. Why not take advantage of them leaving your site? And having someone else's banner on your site will do just that. Same thing for the other sites. It's going to promote your brand. The objective, the key factor here is to have A, a creative site, and B, a creative banner. You don't want to just throw a crappy looking banner out there and try to get people to click on it. It's got to be creative. So do a Google search on creative banners. You can see some examples out there. So that's kind of it for the free social media marketing. Like I said, you got to treat it like a business. You definitely don't want to give up. When you give up, you open the door to someone else to come in and take over where you left off. You definitely want to put in the time and effort. And if you do that, if you've got a good niche and you put in the time and effort, then you're going to reap those rewards. But again, it's going to take some time. Like I said, I've got customers who have been doing it for years, one of which is farmersonly.com, which if you're listening to this outside of America, farmersonly.com is America's largest niche country/farmer style dating site. It's one of my customers that bought a few years back, and he didn't give up. He just kept it going. He had a niche. There were other farmers style dating sites out there, but he just did not give up. And where he is today, he's got 24 million active members, and he's doing very well. I don't know the numbers that they're doing, but I every once in a while I hear back and I see what's going on. And they're doing well because they stuck it out and did it. So again, good niche, don't give up. Another one of our customers is ThaiLoveLines.com, which is one of Thailand's largest Thai dating sites, and they bought a few years back as well, and they're doing really well too. I think somewhere around 2 million active members, and they're not free; they're all paid, and I don't know the numbers that they're pushing every month, but I can tell you, it's a lot. They just didn't give up. They're still around. So if you're in it for the long haul, you can reap those rewards. So I'm going to wrap up this podcast with just that if you're looking for dating software to start a dating site, obviously you have an idea for a dating site. If you don't, look at your hobbies, about building a dating site around your hobbies. If you're having some issues, just go ahead. Give me a call at 503-387-1347 or shoot me an email at info@iDateMedia.com, and we can talk about helping you create that niche dating site. But if you're looking to create a dating site, just keep in mind, get it how you want it, get that niche set up, get that super niche set up, and get it how you want it, and attack it. And don't give up, and be relentless, and you will reap the rewards. I'm Michael Allen, and this is iDateMedia.com.